Former lottery pick Stanley Johnson signs a deal here with the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Los Angeles Lakers very undermanned now with the protocols and guys injured. We saw them early in the day, Darren Collison. We saw him last week sign Isaiah Thomas, and now Stanley Johnson they add to the mix. Johnson, obviously a big-time draft pick a few seasons ago for the Detroit Pistons in the lottery, but obviously he hasn't panned out, and over the last couple seasons he's bounced around with the Pelicans, and then this season was in training camp with the Chicago Bulls, but he didn't make the roster. So this season he hasn't played in the NBA. Last season, though, 4.4 points a game, 2.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 38% from the field here for Stanley Johnson. So it's a 10-day deal. We'll see if he's going to play much at all for this team. But like I mentioned, they do have 5 guards on the protocol list here is the Los Angeles Lakers, but he's more of a forward nowadays here is Stanley Johnson. But right now, no way I would go out there and pick him up on my fantasy team. Even if he plays for this Laker team, I don't think you're going to get much from him. He's not really a good shooter. He don't shoot the 3-ball, and he don't really give you categories. So it's more of a better depth move in real life than a fantasy basketball move. And like I mentioned, a lot of teams now are getting affected with this around the league. And we're seeing guys who haven't played in the NBA for seasons even getting signed on. At this point, teams need bodies. But if some players can carve out a role and make the rosters for the remainder of the season instead of signing a 10-day contract, that's good for them. But right here, Stanley Johnson latches on with the Lakers, and we'll see if he could do more than just be on the roster for 10 days here, as he's another veteran signing on with all these teams having players go down like flies over the last couple of weeks here.